Hey everyone, today I got Power Rangers Universe number 2, and it's a little better than the first one, I guess. Like, Morphanaut, who I guess is gonna become Phantom Ranger, is in it a little bit more. We once again learn the exact same thing, that he's, like, basically, absorbed a bunch of Morphin Grid energy, and he doesn't know what's keeping him alive because too much Morphin Grid energy is dangerous, I guess. Anyway, last issue, they left off with Dark Spectre had a bunch of little Dark Spectres that were attacking the kid's planet. I don't remember what their names were. Anyway, it turns out that Dark Spectre can't take a physical form, so what he's been doing is attacking different places through the Morphin... Oh yeah, he was targeting the Morphin Grid archways that Phantom Ranger, Morphanaut, was doing experiments with, and he's trying to destroy them because those are the only things that can stop him. That or Darkonda in a little ship sneaking up on him, I guess. But anyway, so he was attacking the different places where the archways were, possessing people, turning them into little Dark Spectres, and anyway, the one guy's pet dinosaur attacks, and then they find out that Morphanaut, who they're carrying around, can shoot out Morphin Grid energy, which, like, purifies things and gets all the Dark Spectre stuff out of them. Okay. Oh, and also there's a funny little bit where the one girl with short red hair complains about Morphanaut. One of the guys says, "Hey, this guy can help us," and she's like, "He's been such a big help so far." Like, he's half dead. What's your problem? Like, you don't know what's going on with him. He shot out of the archway last issue, and now you're complaining that he doesn't help you. Like, what do you want? Whatever. Anyway, on with the actual story of this thing. One of the, oh yeah, they get to, the super secret clubhouse, I guess. And, the one girl, Ori, or guy, non-binary individual is there. Ori, I think, is the non-binary. Whatever. I don't care. One of the Dark Spectre things is in there. Morphanaut, reaches out and, like, tries to strangle it. And then it turns out that that guy is, Zev, who was their friend who went missing in the last issue that they talked about. Okay. And then I'm getting fuzzy on details. I gotta flip... Oh yeah, this is something. The click, click, click noise that I made fun of in my first video about this comic, and second video. Yeah, it turns out click, click, click is just the noises that these Dark Spectre mini things make. Why did they go click, click, click? I don't know. Anyway, oh, where is it? Anyway, one of the nice things, this does clear up a bit of confusion from the first issue. Like, Dark Spectre's little army of mini Dark Spectres. I really didn't get what the idea was there, but now I'm like, okay, so now I get it. But I'm also kind of wondering, why does Dark Spectre turn a bunch of people into little Dark Spectres? When did he ever do that in the show? Where did the inspiration for that come from? And if, like, that is the idea, then would that mean that Malagor is actually a person that Dark Spectre possessed, and so in the Turbo movie, the Rangers just killed an innocent person? Maybe. Whatever. I was thinking, like, wouldn't it make more sense if Dark Spectre was going around, instead of turning people into little versions of himself, if he was going around and implanting, like, Borg stuff in them, like turning everybody into Borgs? Because, I mean, he had the Quantrons, they're robots, and then Astronema, when he decided he wanted Astronema to be more loyal, what'd he do? He put a bunch of Borg stuff in her brain. And, I don't know, it seems like that would be a bit more keeping with Dark Spectre's actual character than turning a bunch of people into little versions of himself. Though, I don't know, since he can't take physical form, maybe he does this because he's, like, lonely, or maybe he just misses what he looked like when he was physical or something, and whatever, I'm probably thinking too deep into it. Anyway, Morphonaut is, like, just radiating, Morphin Grid energy, and, they think it could be dangerous or something, and they plan to, like, siphon the power off to the kids, so, they all gather around this colorful thingamawhatsit that, I don't know, kind of also reminds me of that big Simon board thing from the Turbo movie, that all the Rangers stand around and they get their powers. So anyway, that zaps them, and they become, not Legendary Squadron like I thought they were going to be. They become, like, just random incarnations of Rangers. Let's see, there's the Black Wild Force Ranger, a male Yellow Dino Thunder Ranger who's also the Hulk, I guess, green Samurai Ninja Storm Ranger, female Red Mighty Morphin Ranger, pink Time Force Ranger, and a female blue Zeo Ranger. Okay. Anyway, they're all like, wow, man, this is cool, and then they, go out, and, Oh yeah, we see this dude at the end here. I guess this is supposed to be, like, Dark Spectre's physical form, or I don't know, maybe it's, like, just a really powerful drone of his or something. But yeah, that's the end of the comic. It's a really short comic, not a lot is accomplished, which is kind of frustrating. So, like, man, I really, like, I don't know, these aren't very long, it feels like. I think these probably could have been, like, double-length comics, and instead of being what is this? Yeah, 6-part miniseries, make it a 3-part miniseries with these double the size. Like, I don't know, would these have to be charged? Would these cost more? Would these be like $10 each or something? Like, I'm trying to think, if I got the first issue and it was the first one and this together, would I like it more? Not really. Because this pretty much ends exactly where we left off in the first one, except the kids are Rangers now, which, holy crap, I never expected characters in a Power Rangers comic to become Power Rangers. So anyway, it's just kind of a natural progression of what we knew what was going... We knew the kids were going to become Rangers of some sort. I just expected them to become Legendary Squadron, not random, picked at random Rangers. Also, like, the choices are kind of... Oh, and the cover actually has something to do with this time. Yeah, the choices for what Rangers they become are kind of weird. Like, I get most of them, but, like, the pink Time Force kind of confuses me because, like, Time Force's powers weren't magical in origin. They were, like, technical in origin. Or technology-based. Like, the other Rangers, yeah, they're, like, magic-based. Dino Thunder had, like, magic crystals or whatever. Wild Force was, whatever, linked to the magic of nature. Ninja Storm was, actually, yeah, Ninja Storm might have been technology-based. Mighty Morphin and Zeo were kinda magic and science combined or whatever. But Time Force, I don't know, Time Force just feels like a weird fit. Whatever, it doesn't even matter since they don't, like, utilize any powers specific to those Rangers. Like, I said the Yellow Dino Thunder Ranger was, like, all buff and muscular. And you see they actually remembered to add in the wing there. That's kind of a cool detail. Though it seems like wouldn't a lighter, skinnier Ranger be better for flight, not a big buff guy? Whatever. Anyway, we still don't know anything about Morphonaut, Phantom, if he even is the Phantom Ranger still. Like, I'm guessing he probably is, but the weird thing is that they're not really clear about it, and when they promoted this comic, they kept saying it was going to be Phantom Ranger's origin. We finally learned Phantom Ranger's origin, which is the same thing they said for those other Power Ranger comics, Unlimited, where it was all about Rita's mom, and the other one was all about Astronema. And almost nothing about Phantom Ranger, or Morphonaut. So anyway, it was, was okay, I guess. If it wasn't Power Rangers, I really wouldn't have any interest in this. Like, I don't know. I'm not, like, a fan of the Power Ranger comics, which is so weird, because comics are, like, my favorite medium. I mean, look at that. Every shelf here is comics, with some toys in front of it, because I don't have any place else to put them. Then I got more comics down there, in the closet. I just got, like, a huge stack of comics at the comic book store today. But then there's the Power Ranger comic, where I'm just kind of lukewarm to it. When it first started coming out, I went to my other comic book store. I was pre-ordering the issues. Every month, I'd go down there, get my new issues. And I did that for... I don't remember how long. It was until the end of the Pink Ranger miniseries that they did. The normal comic, the first issue was weird. I didn't quite get it. I was like, oh, okay, so it's like its own universe. It's kind of like that DC Masters of the Universe comic from a few years ago, where it's basically like, hey, it's all those characters you know, but different, and usually worse. But anyway, I was like, well, it could get better. Like this, they could do interesting takes on things with this, but really the most interesting thing the comics did was completely ignore Power Rangers. The, like, normal Rangers get pushed to the side in favor of, hey, here's all these aliens, here's all these cosmic Rangers out in space. But they don't really connect to any Rangers we've seen in the 20-plus years of TV shows we've had, or any other incarnation of Rangers we've had. They're basically just, I don't know, the Guardians of the Galaxy, but they can morph. And there's a bunch of them. And there's a whole bunch of weird lore. Zordon is fighting a war on Eltar, and that's the other thing, like, once in a while there's some terminology from the show used, and it's almost all from Mighty Morphin, and anyway, this comic, it's kind of weird, because it kind of seems to me that they didn't watch the show, or if they did, they didn't get all the way to the end of In Space and see that Dark Spectre really wasn't as powerful as he was made out to be. Like, I think mainly his power was so many characters thought he was powerful, when really he wasn't really. He could suck Zordon's energy away. That's probably the most damage he did. All that and brainwashing Karone into being Astronema a second time. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm rambling now because I'm just thinking of Power Ranger stuff, but yeah. The comic's fine, I guess. If you really like the Power Ranger comics, like the direction they've gone in, yeah, it's cool. Like, because I am happy that they are moving away from just doing Mighty Morphin stuff. That was something that really irritated me at the beginning, was it being a reboot means it's going to be Mighty Morphin. We got to sit through all this stuff that I already know because it's in the show. We got to sit through all the Rangers get their powers. We got to sit through, okay, Rita creates the Green Ranger. Tommy becomes the Green Ranger, Tommy joins the good guys, we have Scorpina showing up, eventually Zed's gonna show up, and then maybe Rito's gonna show up. We're gonna have them change the Zords, we're gonna have Rocky and Maisha get introduced, we're gonna have Jason, Zach, and Trini leave, we're gonna have just go through all the motions that Mighty Morphin did just fine in the show, but retell them in the comic, and I don't know, I just haven't cared for how the comic has gone. But anyway, yeah, it's a thing that exists. So yeah, that's all for this one. See ya.